What if your body was a gift and contribution to your life and not something that you've been stuck with? What if your body could change quickly and easily? Right Body for You will inspire you and show you a different way of creating the body and the life you truly desire. Now here's your host, Donnielle.
And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good midday, wherever you are. Welcome to Right Body for You. I am your host, Donnielle. I am your host, your body tour guide, your giggle leader. One thing that I really like to do and my body likes to do is laugh. People ask me all the time for tools, and besides gratitude being one of my favorite ones, laughter is one of my favorite ones. It seems to change so much. So today we're talking about an interesting thing. Body, what's it going to take for you to change? Okay, this is the title of the show, and it also tends to be a daily question in your life. Oh, body, what's it going to take to change this? Or body, change this. Sometimes it's a demand and a statement. Change it. Or it's never going to change, which isn't actually a question, right? So what would it take to actually change your body? What do you desire to change about your body? And what does your body desire to change about your body? Okay? And, and really, that's one of the things that you really need to take into account is what does your body desire to change, okay? Because we can have all sorts of projections and thoughts and expectations. We, the infinite being, the soul, the spirit, whatever you want to call it, with the body, we have all sorts of things that media has taught us, our family has taught us, or our dear friends have taught us about what our bodies should look like, taste like, feel like, act like. But what does your body desire? Okay? So welcome to Right Body for You, because Right Body for You is a different sort of radio program. I've been involved with health talk radio shows, people talking about bodies for 30 years now. And this is the first show I've actually ever been a part of or seen or heard or taken part in that actually takes the consciousness of the body into account when looking at what is possible with bodies, what to change with bodies. And I love it. I am so grateful for, the tools of access consciousness. Right Body for You is a division, an arm of, arm, get it, body, arm, a leg, a part of of Access Consciousness. Access Consciousness is a set of energetic tools that work with any area of your life. And Right Body for You was developed as a focus for the body. And so when I first started taking the Access Consciousness classes, even though I had, at that point, about 23 years underneath my belt of dealing with bodies, and, my mom was a nutritionist, did a health talk radio show, she had all these different amazing people on. Right Body for You and Access Consciousness was the first time I'd ever really heard the concept of, ask your body what it would like. And, for me, that was just a revolutionary thought. After I got over the point of view of mocking people, mainly myself, and going, I'm going to talk to the consciousness of my body because, my body has a preference as to what it desires to look like or eat, whatever. My body is just this piece of meat that I lug around all the time that has, it's the bane of my existence. It's the weak spot in my life. It's if I could just get my body right, my life would be okay. Or if I didn't have a body, my life would be okay. And it was interesting. I was watching something last night or the night before. I can't remember what it was. And they were talking about the spiritual thing. And they actually said, and it's been said time and throughout eternity, that, it was X-Files. Sorry, scroll moment. It was X-Files. I was watching the new X-Files. And they were talking about taking a hallucinogenic mushroom to reach that more conscious level. And it actually talked about once you get rid of the body, you know, and that then you can be that more conscious, that more oneness, and tap more into the universal truth and all of that kind of stuff. And I used to agree with that on some level. It was really interesting. And so for me now, it's like my body is such a gift, such a contribution, that when I include it, I have reached that state more often of the consciousness, the oneness, tapping into it, because your body is such an awareness organism. It's constantly giving you information for everything that's going on around the world, for you, the infinite being, and for the body itself, and for other bodies. And so, you know, when Access Consciousness and Right Body for You first started, you know, I started taking these classes and looking at these tools, and it's like, oh, ask your body. And I'm like, whatever. Tell me another ghost story, you know, tell me another fairy tale. Ask the body, what the freak are you talking about? Obviously the body's the weak thing, because, you know, religion and all the metaphysical things I've seen over the years have told me that the body needs to be transcended and you need to get past it. And it's like, and we've been doing all of that for how many years, and we still haven't achieved that. So what if we're missing a big piece of the puzzle? And what if your body is that missing piece of the puzzle? And for me, it really was. And now when I ask my body, all right, so let me ask you guys a question. Do your pets and animals have a consciousness? Yeah. They have a self-awareness. They have a, fight or flight. They know when they need to eat. They know when they need to poop. They don't have a point of view about it. They'll poop wherever it is and whatever they're doing, you know, in the middle of a conversation. There you go. Horse being ridden will just be like, oh, I'm going to go now. Okay, thanks. Have a good day. But they do know these things. They don't have a point of view about it, but they do know these things. Okay, so yes. Do the plants and the earth have a consciousness? Yeah. I don't know about you, but have you ever sat there in your house or your apartment and you can actually perceive your plant going, I need water. Will you frickin' get up and go get me some water, please? I mean, it for me, it's interesting because it kind of feels like a contraction in my universe. And what I mean by contraction is like a tightness, or like almost a, some people say it's a something's wrong moment. And or it's like even harder to breathe. And so when I actually, get up off my butt and go get the water for the plant and put the water in, and I'm like, oh, does that feel better? My universe expands. And what I mean by that is it lightens up. That feeling of something wrong is gone. Or that tightness loosens, or it feels like I can take a breath now. And I know for a fact that is actually the consciousness of the plant speaking to me, okay? So what if it can go even to the earth? What if you could communicate with the earth the same way? And what's interesting is, as we're talking about this, how often have I actually described it as physical sensations, a tightness, or an inability to breathe, or, something like that. So it's like, well, then how does our bodies fit into this? I'm glad you asked. Our bodies are actually made up a lot of the same molecules, chemicals, dirt, minerals as the earth, as the plants, as the animals, okay? Our bodies are made up out of the earth that we've chosen to be on, okay? So it's like truth. Would our bodies have that oneness, that consciousness, that awareness, that preference also? If a plant can tell me that it desires a drink of water, why wouldn't my body be able to also communicate the same thing to me? And what if we can take that even further than just body wants a drink of water? You know, body, what do you want to eat? Body, who do you want to eat? You know, like, who do you want to have sex with? Because who has sex? You or your body. Who eats? You or your body. Who drinks the water? You or your body. I would love to see an infinite being, a spirit or a soul, drink and eat water. Go ahead, show me. I would love to see that. That would be fascinating. I have an image of like Slimer from Ghostbusters. It's this movie in 80s, early 90s, I don't know, something like that. And it had this ghost who was just always munching on things, and it went right through you, right through his body, right? It's called Slimer because it slimed the main actor. But it was so funny. So it's like, when I say it's like, okay, I want to see the infinite being eat, that's kind of what I have a picture of. And so it's like 1984. Thank you, Christine. Yes, it came out in 1984. And it's a fun movie, you guys. Total squirrel moment. Check it out. Ghostbusters. It was a big hit in the States and a lot of the world. Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd. What was the third actor's name? Anyways, there's a lot of good actors in it. Go check it out. Squirrel moment. And it's not scary. But I want to see an infinite being eat. Okay? So, yeah, obviously I'm kind of being silly with this, but look at this. So who eats? You or your body? Harold Ramis. Thank you, Christine. I love you. So, yeah, your body eats. Your body drinks. Okay? So, let's take it back to the plants. And it's so funny because I'm surrounded by plants, and my plants are totally talking to me and going, tell them this. Yes, I know, but it's true. So my plants are like, I wouldn't ask for Kool-Aid. I wouldn't ask for soda pop. So it's like, how do you know that the plant is asking for water? Do this next time. We're in rebuilding the communication with your body, which is what this whole show is really about. Do this. Might be interesting. I've never asked anybody to do it. Let's see how it goes. Go up to a plant and say, hi plant, how you doing? Just hi. I kind of wave because that's what I am. And ask it, say, okay plant, would you like this beer? Plant, would you like this, cleaning fluid? Plant, would you like this water? And it's really interesting because as I'm talking about this, I can actually perceive my plant going, yes, I want the water. No, I don't want the beer. Because the plants actually have a preference as to what will make it grow. And knowing something, it won't, like beer won't make it grow and, and that kind of stuff, but this water will. So maybe the plants have a preference as well. And I talk about preference versus point of view, okay? Point of view is a decision and judgment that it has to be only one way, okay? A preference is, this is what I would like, but this might also work as well. Okay, and we're going to take a quick little break, and when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about that point of view versus preference and with your body, because a lot of people say, well, my body has a point of view. Really? Who has a point of view? You or your body? All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about that. We'll come back, and we are working up to this, how this is changing your body, because trust me, it's hard as hell to change your body if you're not taking your body's choice and preference into account. So when you do include your body, change becomes easier. Okay? So we're going to take the quick little break. When we come back, we're going to talk about that. So this is Donnielle. This is The Right Body for You. We're on a2zen.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on a2zen.fm.
What if you really do change molecules by your interaction with them? What if the change you've been looking for is right before your eyes? What if the uncomfortableness that comes with difference could be fun? What if the closed-minded people of the world no longer determined our world? What if gratitude trumps judgment every time? What if your kindness healed the world? What if the earth is asking for your help? And what if you had the resources to give it? This is your invitation to step into something that Einstein, Marie Curie, Picasso, Da Vinci, Shakespeare, Aristotle all knew to be true. Hi, my name is Dane here. 13 years ago I started to truly ask questions. Actually, I started to be the question, and everything changed for me. What if there are no dumb questions? Or any question too large? What if you being you are the gift and the change this world requires? Is now the time? For more questions to create a change in your world, sign up for a free video series at beingyouclass.com. My gift to you, beingyouclass.com.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at a2zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. Thank you for joining me today, tonight, or tomorrow, whenever you're listening to this show. You know, for me, it's so funny, total squirrel moment, but one of the things I love about Access Consciousness and Right Body for You is it's actually giving me such a more global perspective. And so sometimes I love when I'm talking with people and it's literally tomorrow for them. That just cracks me up. You know, it's like, oh, it's, you know, my evening in the U.S. and then talking to tomorrow morning in Australia. I just love it. I find I'm easily amused that way, but I think it's pretty fun. All right, so welcome back to Right Body for You, a different kind of radio show, and trust me, a different kind of host, especially since I spent the first segment talking to a plant and having you guys talk to the plants also. All right. So I hope you guys got a chance during the break to maybe go talk to a plant and see if it wanted a beer. I can almost guarantee that most of them did not. You know, beers don't quite have the things that would make it grow. Who knows? You might have a cheeky plant that wants a beer. Let me know. I think that might be kind of amusing. All right. So we're talking about body. What would it take to change? Okay, and you know, and it's so interesting. This seems like a simple thing. Body, what's it going to take for you to change? Just give me the frickin' answer so we can go on, right? But as with everything with Right Body for You and Access Consciousness and, consciousness, things tend to be multifaceted. You know, like a sparkling little diamond, once it's been faceted, you know, it has all those different levels and layers to it. You know, you look this way, you get this, you look this way, you get that. And that's one of the things I love most about the Right Body for You and Access Consciousness tools is, you change how you look at things, and everything changes. Gary Douglas and Dr. Dane here. Gary Douglas is the founder of Access Consciousness, and Dr. Dane here who is the co-creator of Access Consciousness. They do this thing called Creative Edge of Consciousness. It's a monthly program, and I actually have the joy of cutting the videos that they create for you. I put on slates and stuff like that, and so I was doing that the other day, and they have this one where they're talking about the ache of dissatisfaction. And it's actually going to be a live stream class. If it interests you, go to accessconsciousness.com, look up Gary and Dane, and you can stream the class. It's just an evening class from Paris. Woohoo! Anyways, but it's called the ache of dissatisfaction. And this body, what's it going to take to change, kind of fits in with that. Because how many of us get frustrated by the body not changing? Me. I get it. I get frustrated. Now I get frustrated at me instead of the body because I know it's me and not the body. But that's, we'll talk about that a little bit later. But we get frustrated, or as, they're saying, ache of dissatisfaction. We get dissatisfied. Somewhere we're going, I'm just not happy with this. And so when we shift our perspective a little bit and look at it from a different way, what Gary said next really created a lot of freedom for me. And what he said is the ache of dissatisfaction is the awareness of a different possibility that we haven't yet chosen. Okay? Let me say that again. We're dissatisfied with something. We're frustrated. It's like, arr! Those moments where you just growl, or I growl. I don't know what you guys do, but, I tend to growl sometimes. And so, we're dissatisfied, we're frustrated. But if we turn it and look at it from a different point of view, a different place, we look at it and go, oh, it's an awareness of a different possibility that we haven't yet chosen. And that's where that feeling of frustration and everything tends to come from, is because we have this, well, I could choose this, but I'm not choosing this. But for me, it's like, okay, so what if that ache of dissatisfaction or frustration, or that, oh, why isn't this changing? It's not a problem. It's an awareness. Okay? So it's like, what have you not chosen yet? That if you would choose it, would actually give you the change that you're asking for. Okay? So, bodies and change. When I'm talking about this, and I told you I'd talk about bodies having point of view or preference. A point of view is a fixed point. Okay? A point of view is a fixed point. You're looking at it only one way. You've decided, you've judged that it can only be this way. It can only look this way. The change can only occur this way, this fast, or this is the only change that's acceptable, that's possible. Okay? So when you have a point of view, you've decided and judged it only comes one way. Okay? It's like when dealing with money. If you have the point of view that money can only come to you from a 9-to-5 job, you won't win the lottery. Or you won't hear the person in the line behind you talking about an investment opportunity. Because you have a point of view, you've decided, you've judged. Excuse me. You have a point of view, you've decided and judged that money can only come from a 9-to-5 job, or a 3 to 11 job, or whatever it is, evening shift, or graveyard shift. So how many of us have actually taken a point of view, a fixed point, about our body, how it can change, what can change, and the flip side of that, what can't change, okay? Because look at that. It's actually two different things, you guys. What have you decided and judged, which is a fixed point of view? What do you have a fixed point of view about that can change about your body? And what do you have a fixed point of view about what can't change about your body? Isn't that interesting how different things come up? And sometimes it's the same thing, okay? What have you decided can change and what have you decided can't change, okay? So when we're talking about preference is not a fixed point of view. Preference is, this would be great. This would be my first choice, but my second choice would be great too. Oh, my third choice would be great too. Oh, my fourth choice would be great too. Okay, preference is a choice. Fixed point of view is a fixed point, is a decision, is a judgment. Preference is a choice. And choice doesn't have that energy of this is the only way. Choice is, I'm going to try this outfit on and see how it looks. Oh, you know what? It looks okay, but I'm going to try the blue one now. I don't know why I just went Southern on y'all, but there you go. So that is, preference is a choice. Okay? Yes, Southern Donnielle. And so when we're asking our body, see, and this is why people think that all the time, that bodies have a point of view, because it's like, well, if I say, body, what would you like to eat? And it tells me mashed potatoes, well, that's a point of view. And it's like, actually, your body doesn't have a point of view. Your body is smarter than us, the infinite being. It's more like the plants and the animals out there in the world. It can change. It can adapt. It can go, oh, mashed potatoes aren't available? Okay, I'll take Brussels sprouts. That's just as good. Whereas we, the infinite being, go, no, I want mashed potatoes and nothing else works. Damn it. Brussels sprouts suck. Are you kidding me? I don't want Brussels sprouts. That's us, the infinite being, the soul, the spirit, whatever you want to call it, okay? That's us being cute. Our bodies are adaptable. Plants, animals are adaptable. You know, the earth is adaptable. Trust me, the earth is adaptable. Otherwise, it would have kicked us off years ago, okay? All the things we've asked of the earth, and it's done it for us, it has no point of view. It has a preference of, I would like to spin, I would like to do this, I would like to, be able to have an earthquake every once in a while, I would like to be able to have a fire, and it's interesting, this whole fire thing, because I live in Utah, or my cats do, and I visit them every once in a while, and, we had a lot of fires a couple of years ago down south in southern Utah, in Colorado, in that area. And everybody had this point of view that it was a wrongness, that it was, that something bad was happening, that it was, we were being let down somehow. And it's interesting because, well, yes, I'm not fond of the fires destroying the homes or killing people and things like that. It's not what I'm saying. But it's like Earth actually uses fires as a way of refreshing and replenishing and reseeding a lot of this populace. So it's like, I have been through the areas, this was a number of years ago, right? So I've been through the areas that I saw them, then they burned, and now they've regrown. And they've regrown in this new, dynamic, amazing, lush way. So it's like, yes, taking aside the fires with the homes and the people, it's not what I'm talking about. But when you leave nature on its own and it has these fires every once in a while, What if it was doing it as a change? What if it was doing it as a way of reseeding, of changing the direction things were going, as a refresh, a reset? What if that fire isn't the wrongness that we've decided it is? We have the point of view of it's a wrongness, whereas the earth is just going, okay, time to refresh, doing something new. Here we go. Okay? So, what have we decided is a wrongness that isn't? What have we decided as a wrongness with our body that maybe isn't? People always kind of like blink at me. Like, is she actually saying this? Is she still talking? And they like turn off their ears. But it's like, what if that disease is not a wrongness? What if that extra weight isn't a wrongness? What if it's actually contributing something to your body right now? Doesn't mean it can't change, but what if it's actually contributing something to your body? Okay? We're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, I'm going to explore that a little bit more. I'm going to give you guys the break to keep blinking your eyes at me going, did she just say disease and weight could be a contribution? What? I did. And I'll explain a little bit more about that when we come back, all right? This is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You. We're on A2Zen.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
Hey everybody, this is Dr. Dane here, and I would like to invite you to an adventure in being. I've just written and finished a new book known as Being You, Changing the World. Are you one of those dreamers? One of those people who's always known that other possibilities should be available but haven't yet been able to see them be created? Well, I wrote this book for you. In it, you'll find tools, processes, and unique perspectives to change the things you've always wanted to change but didn't know how. In it, you'll find an invitation to a different possibility for a way that we can be in this world that changes not only our lives, but by being us, allows us to contribute to changing everything planet-wide that doesn't work. Are you aware that truly great people, truly being them, is the only thing that has ever created a great change on this planet? Are you willing to step up? Are you willing to be one? Check out a copy of my new book, Being You, Changing the World. I invite you to go to beingyoubook.com for a free gift.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at A2Zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. I am Donnielle. I am your host. I am your giggle leader, and sometimes I am your blink, 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 blink. What? What? What did she just say? That's me. So welcome to Right Body for You, a different kind of show, and trust me, a different kind of host. All right. So today we're talking about body. What's it going to take for you to change? Okay. And we've been exploring that your body has a consciousness, your body has a contribution, that your body has a preference, your body doesn't have a point of view. Excuse me. Sometimes your body has a hairball. Cat joke. I have 2 cats. Anyway, so your body doesn't have a point of view. Your body is a preference. You have a point of view. The infinite being, the soul, the spirit, whatever you want to call you, that spark that you are, you try to impel these points of view onto your body. And what's interesting is, so before the break, I asked you, What if that weight, what if that disease, what if that whatever is going on in your body is actually a contribution to your body for the moment? And it's funny because when I talk about this, I always have to say, what if it's a contribution to your body right now? Or what if it's a contribution for this moment? Because I know all of you cute little humanoids, I swear to goodness, if I said, what if that disease is a contribution to you, you'll be like, forever. That means it never goes away? No, honey, that's not what I'm saying. It's like, what if in this moment it's a contribution for you? What is it facilitating? And honestly, you guys, it's one of my favorite questions to change things with a body is truth, whatever this is, whatever, blah, 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 fill in the blank of what you'd like to change with your body. What is it facilitating for you? Okay? So look at that. That is one of my favorite tools. What is that disease? What is that weight? What is that pain in your back? What is that knee problem? What is that headache? What is it facilitating for you? And when you have no point of view, see where I went with that? If you have no point of view about what it's facilitating for you, it's really interesting what comes up about what it is actually facilitating for you. And it can change daily, you guys. Just because it was facilitating one thing yesterday doesn't mean it's facilitating the same thing today, okay? And so what's interesting is how many of us have something about our body that we would like to change. And I know a lot of you are going, hello, why do you think I'm listening to your show? Topic said, body, what would it take to change? Okay, so here we go. Well, how many of us have decided, judged, have a fixed point of view that it's a wrongness, whatever's going on with our body, okay? It's wrong that we have a pain in our back. It's wrong that we have a headache. It's wrong that we have this disease. It's wrong that we have extra weight. How many of us go, oh, I have to change this? And then somewhere in our universe we go, because it's wrong. Because our body shouldn't be that way, right? Our body shouldn't be this way. So it's obviously a bad thing if this is going on. Okay? What if it isn't? This is what we're talking about again with that. What is it facilitating for you? Okay? So it facilitated something for us. Thank you very much. Now it's time to change it. So what if the point of view and the preference of, what if the point of view and the decision and the judgment that it's wrong, that it's bad, that it shouldn't be happening is actually what's keeping it in place? Okay? Yes, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. When you have a conversation with yourself and with your body, at your body or with your body, either one, and there's a difference at your body or with your body, but when you're having a conversation with your body or with yourself, how much energy is on, this has got to change, arr, or this is so bad, this is bad, I'm a bad person because of this, or my body is weak because of this. How much energy when we say things or think things or don't even acknowledge that we're thinking things, but the energy is there. How intense is that energy of, this has to change, I have to get better? Okay. How much energy is on that? A lot. Okay. Here's another little secret, you guys. Energy doesn't have a point of view either. Okay? Energy does not have a point of view. Is there good energy? Is there bad energy? Or is it what we've defined it as? Okay? So for me, when I have a lot of energy on something with my body, it's like having a headache or having a bruise. Okay? I'm taking it to a very simple term to kind of check this, to explain this. Because how many times have you guys had a headache And every 5 minutes you're going, oh, I still have a headache. 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 Or we poke a bruise, literally poke a bruise, going, does this hurt? Oh, look, does this hurt? Oh, look, does this hurt? Oh, does it still hurt? Let me poke it, see if it still hurts. Let me poke it and see if it still hurts. We are amazing creators. Our bodies are amazing creators, okay? And so, and our bodies doesn't have a point of view, right? So our bodies tend to give us everything we ask for. And so when we do things like, do I still have a headache? And we go to find it, your body goes, headache, okay. Oh, this bruise is supposed to hurt. I can do that, okay? Your body has this amazing ability to create everything we're asking for instantaneously, okay? It's that communication and connection and communion with your body. It's constantly going, oh, does this still hurt? Yep, that still hurts, okay? So when we have this energy of this is bad, this is wrong, it actually tends to be like going back and checking to see if it's still there. How satisfied are we? It's like if you're truly vulnerable with yourself, how satisfied are you? And by satisfied, I mean, satiated, not like I'm going to throw a party now satisfied. But somewhere something clicks in your universe to where you go, oh, yep, it's still there. Okay. Oh, yep, it's still there. Okay. For whatever reason, whatever it's facilitating for us, it could be the excuse to not create a life. It could be the excuse to not create a relationship. It could be the excuse to not create money. A number of things, right? It's like, what have you decided? What have you decided is wrong about your body that you won't let go of because then you don't know who you'll be, okay? Or how you be. Because I also know a lot of people, it's like, they're searching for more. If you're listening to this radio show, trust me, you're searching for more, okay? And so many people, myself included, have used our bodies as the reason and justification for continuing to search, okay? If we're using our body as the reason and justification for the continuance of the search for more, we won't actually allow our bodies to change because then we don't have the reason and justification and excuse to be searching for more, okay? I have to get out of this constant pain, so I'm going to take this class. I have to lose weight, so I'm going to take this class. I have to make money, so I'm going to take this class. Where in this reality is it okay for us to go, I'm just going to take this class? Oh, well, so you're not happy with your life? No, I'm very happy with my life, and more is possible, and I'm going to go take this class. No, I'm very happy with my body. My body and I are having a great time. Oh, you have a perfect body? No, not according to this reality, but I have the right body for me. I love my body. I'm so grateful for it. Why are you taking a body class? Because I can. People look at this really oddly. It's like, who says you can't just take a class because you can? This reality. And so what do? We create reasons and justifications for this search and journey. Okay? And so we do things like, create disease, create weight, create something that we can point to that says, that's why I'm going, okay? Leave me alone. There it is. There's my excuse, there's my reason, there's my justification. I'm going to go there, okay? And so it's interesting as I find a lot of people that's like, well, I want to change the, really? Okay. So what have you decided and judged that if it changed, you wouldn't know you? Everything that brings up, destroy, not great, right, wrong, good, bad, walk on night, choice, boys, and beyond. That was interesting. So, we're going to take a quick little break. During the break, please look at this. What have you decided and judged about your body as not possible to change, because if it did change, you wouldn't know who you be, how you be, why you be, or that you be. Okay? Everything that brings up is trying to grade it right wrong because I have a lot of first voice with me on. Okay. All right. We're going to take our quick last little break. And, hope you stick with us. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about that question I just asked you. All right. This is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You. We're on A2Zen.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
What if there's nothing wrong with you? What if you're far greater than you've ever given yourself credit for? What if it's time to know the gift and the contribution you are to the world and to like yourself a lot more? Hi, my name is Dane here. 13 years ago, I started to truly ask questions. Actually, I started to be the question, and everything changed for me. Asking questions opens doors to infinite possibilities. And it's not about finding the answer. It's about being the question. Always. What I'm inviting you to step into is something that Einstein, Marie Curie, Newton, Da Vinci, Gandhi, Picasso, and Aristotle all knew to be true. What if no question is too big or too small? What if anything is possible for you? What if together we could create a kinder, gentler, happier world? Is now the time? Go to beingyouclass.com and sign up for a free video series, My Gift to You. beingyouclass.com. What if you, truly being you, are the gift and change this world requires? beingyouclass.com.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at A2Zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. This is Donnielle. I'm your host, your body tour guide, and sometimes your head scratcher. It just sits there and you go, what? Scratch, scratch, scratch. All right, so today we've been talking about body, what would it take to change? And, I've had a good time exploring how our point of view, which is a fixed point of view, a judgment, a decision, can actually not allow that change because we're holding on to it tightly, or we've decided that it can only change from this diet plan, and your body's asking for another diet plan, or that your body is your reason and justification for the search for more. So some tools for you to implement to change. So another thing, you notice I didn't say in the title, body, what's it going to take to change this? Or body, what's going to take to change fill in the blank? Because when you ask, with that body, what's it going to take to change this constant pain? Body, what's it going to take to change fill in the blank? You tend to start creating those fixed points of view that it has to change, or that you've only succeeded when it changes, okay? Because trust me, even something as chronic pain changes all the time. There's a fluctuation, and when we don't acknowledge that change, less is possible, okay? When you acknowledge that change, more is possible. So, truth. What about your weight? What about your disease? What about your pain has already changed? That if you had acknowledged that it has changed, would allow for more change. okay? I know that's a little bit of head scratcher to throw at you in the last 5 minutes of this class, but take a look at it, okay? And so what I would like you guys to do in the next week before my next radio show, and I hope you join me, because this is kind of a series we're talking about. The next topic is, okay, I'm communicating with my body. What's it going to take to find the program for this to change? That's next week. So what I would like to ask you to do is in the next week, start asking yourself, okay, do I have a point of view about this change? Do I have a point of view about this disease? Do I have a point of view about my body? Do I have a point of view about this? And then POC everything that comes up, okay? And this is not for self-flagellation. This is not for judging. This is just to get you the awareness of what is actually going on, okay? So, truth, do you have a point of view about this, okay? And then start to ask your body, because once you POC'd a lot of those points of view, your body's preferences actually come through more clear, okay? And really, what's it going to take to change is having that clarity from your body, and basically, we get out of the way. We, the infinite being, the spirit, the soul, if you get out of the way and actually allow the body to tell us, because it is telling us, but we tend to stick our fingers in our ears and go, I'm not listening, I'm not listening. And so when you get rid of these points of view about what the change has to look like, taste like, smell like, or that it has to change, that's when you start to get the clarity of what it would actually allow the change. I know it's kind of like a wide pendulum swing, and people are like, what are you talking about? If I have no point of view, if it ever changes, that's what actually allows it to change? Yep. Please listen to the show again. A lot was shared energetically as well as verbally, and a lot was shared verbally, so please listen to that again. Because this show is one where it's like there was a lot of information compressed into an hour. And so, yes, if you have no point of view that it changes, that's when it actually change begins. Okay? So body, what's it going to take to change? Not this. Body, what's it going to take to change? So POC the point of view you have about what change looks like, tastes like, feels like, smells like, time-wise, anything. And then body, what's it going to take to change? Okay? And then this entire show was really filled with questions and tools that you can use along the way. So again, I urge you, please re-listen. It's an interesting one. And next week is the subject of, let me get the actual title, choosing a program for your body. And so, it's kind of like, it's building on this one. It's like, okay, so now I'm actually communicating with my body. I have no point of view about it. How do I choose a program? And it's like, wait a minute, how do I choose a program if I have no point of view? Good question. We'll explore that next week, okay? So if you'd like to learn more, please check out my YouTube channel. I have a bunch of fun videos on there, or my website, Donnielle.com, DONNIELLE.com. And check out accessconsciousness.com and look at my schedule. I am starting to get classes all over the world, 2.5-day workshops, where, trust me, this past hour we've spent is only the beginning of what we talk about. And there's a fun manual that goes with it. I love doing the classes, and they're not just body classes, they're life classes. So I hope you join me in one, but please go check it out. And if you'd like to know, if you'd like a subject, please email me at Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com. Yes, Christy and I were just planning a class in Toronto. I'm very excited about that. All right, so you guys, please be vulnerable with yourself. This is not about judgment. It's just about awareness, okay? So make it a happy week. Make it a fun week. Enjoy your body because it's enjoying you, and be back next week. I will be. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Right Body for You. Donnielle will return next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A to Zen.fm. We hope you and your body will join us.